This year's the first time I've bred long-nosed dragons, and I have no idea that they would come out of the egg so tiny. So I decided to set them out in a plastic tub instead of putting them in an exoterra enclosure. That way I can easily keep an eye on them, make sure they find food easily, and reduce the chances of escapes. I had a fly screen lid for the tub, but the screen is flimsy, so I'm worried about them squeezing through the top. The lid also meant that accessing the tub is annoying, and the heat and UV lamps would fall out of position whenever I lift the lid up. The temporary solution is to ditch the lid altogether and hang the lights down low. This setup is just too sketchy, and I'm worried about the lights falling onto the dragons if I accidentally bump into the tub. Another thing is, when the dragons get bigger, they might be able to jump on the lights and escape that way. That's why I needed to build a better hatchling tub to address all those issues. So let's get into it. Now that the tub is complete, it's time to set it up for the dragons. I'm starting with the base of the tub. I don't usually use any substrate for hatchlings of any species. Instead, I use paper towels. It is easier to maintain good hygiene, and there's no risk of ingestion leading to impaction. But it still gives them pretty good traction to walk on compared to just the bare plastic tub bottom. Next thing I'm putting in is a $2 straw doormat. Long-nosed dragons like to climb, and this mat helps bring the dragon up close to the UV and heat source. It also provides a bit of shade beneath it. They need a very shallow water dish that they can easily get in and out of. It doesn't take much water for them to drown. I found that out the hard way. I like to add a handful of damp sphagnum moss so that they can hide within it. That also doubles as a human microhabitat if they need it. And finally, a hide for them that they can't get trapped in or get squished under. For this setup, I'm using 10.0 compact fluorescent globe for UV and a 35W halogen downlight for heat. I have to be very careful what wattage heat lamp I use, as small tubs like these can easily overheat. And now the baby dragons are ready to go in. The side access port allows me to do daily tasks like topping up the water dish and putting in food without me having to open the lid. The top is sturdy and rigid, so I really doubt anything can escape from this. I also prefer the expanded mesh over the fly screen as it has bigger holes and appears to let more light through. Now that I'm looking at the end product, I think that this build is an overkill for what I need to use it for. I found that I have a tendency to overcomplicate things, but at least I know that this setup is going to last for years, and I don't need to worry about repairing it and patching it up anytime soon.